Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna be doing a perk tier list. I decided to do this a week ago. I'm not gonna give footage, but this is footage of some background Cold War gameplay. So at the number one spot is Widow's Wine. Now you may think, oh, why not Juggernog at the one spot? Well, I think Juggernog is a tad bit overrated in my opinion. Widow's Wine is the top one because every round you get 4 extra hits, and with Juggernog you get 3 extra hits. And plus, you can throw the Where's Wine grenades at zombies to stun them, and you can get more Where's Wine grenades by killing a Widow's Wine zombie. And also, your knife does more damage, so that makes it 10 times better than Juggernog in my opinion. And the number 2 spot is... And at the number 2 spot, it's not that obvious, it's Juggernog, who would not like 3 extra hits, or the 4 depending on what game you play. But if you pair that with Widow's Wine, you're basically unstoppable. So that's why it's on the number 2 spot. Now the pick coming in on the number 3 spot is Double Tap 2.0. I will cover Double Tap 1.0 later in the perk list, but Double Tap 2.0 has everything you need. It basically shoots 2 bullets and increases your fire rate. If you shoot like a bullet like one time, it has 2 bullet holes on the ground, so that's how you know it shoots 2 bullets. It pairs good with like Juggernog and Pack-a-Punch because it makes your gun do a load of damage. They need to add this perk in the Cold War. On the number 4 spot is... Okay, on the number 4 spot, it is Mule Kick. Now, why not Speed Cola or anything else? Because Speed Cola isn't really that useful on the earlier route. See, what happens if you get like a Thunder Gun and Ray Gun Mark 2, but you don't want to trade any of those out? You take Mule Kick, you hit the box, you could get like a LMG or a good point weapon, you pick it up. But I don't recommend having one weapon that's your Mule Kick weapon, because when you go down, you lose it unless if you have aftertaste or anything like that. On the number 5 spot, we have... Sorry, not Double Tap, Speed Cola. Speed Cola it helps increase your like reload speed by like a good 15%, or it depends what tier you have it. Or in other card games, it increases it by a lot. It pairs good with Electric Cherry. It really helps with like LMGs, and if you need if you're like in a pinch and don't have time to reload, I would recommend this perk. Now the only me forgot what spot we're on because I was thinking for a second, so there would be text on the screen. So you might be surprised at why I put out this number. Who's who? Now you may thinking that's a stupid idea, it's only on one map, but Who's Who is really good because I've seen Mr. T Lexify use it and I used it myself. Like, it can really help sometimes. You just don't need to use it on the higher rounds. That's why most people suck with it, because they use it on the higher rounds. On those earlier rounds, I would recommend it. Now coming on the next spot is Double Tap 1.0. And it's basically like the dumbed down version of Double Tap 2.0. It's really not the best. I think all it does increases your fire rate. It doesn't add 2 bullets, so it's really not the best unless you're using like a slow fire rate gun. Coming up next is Stamin-Up. Stamin-Up is a really good perk if you're training or trying to get away from zombies, but it's not really a necessary perk like Jug or Where's Wine. You don't really need it, but it's not that bad of a perk. It's not the worst perk ever. Coming up next is PhD Flopper. PhD Flopper was only in a couple of maps on Black Ops 1 and 2 and has never made a return. Well, at least I don't think it's made a return. It might for Black Ops 4, but we all can agree that's the worst game to ever been made. It can protect you from ray gun damage, explosive damage, fall damage, and even when you permaflopped or dolphin dived, it actually created an explosion that killed basically all the zombies in that radius. It's a really good, fun, and memorable perk. And plus, it's unburied technically if you do the permaflop, like the perma perk Easter egg. Coming up next is Elemental Pop. Not the best perk. I mean, you could just spend 2,000 or 2,500 on elemental upgrade you want, but the ram elemental upgrade I guess is nice. I mean, it's not like a perk that's gonna save your life, but it's just like a nice thing to have. Next on the list is well, it's not really a necessary perk again, which is electric cherry. I mean, it's good if you're like in a pinch. It pairs good with speed cola, but it's like not the best perk. I mean, it's basically only featured on Mob of the Dead and basically every Chronicle map. But then again, would you really have like Electric Cherry over like a different perk like Mule Kick or Rose Wine? Now these last two are kind of a tie. Tombstone or Deadshot. Okay, so up next is Deadshot. It's really only good if you're doing Origins and you need that one headshot to get a free Galil or a free Pack-a-Punch gun. That's the only time it's good. And next is Double Tap. Now, not Double Tap, I mean Tombstone. If I left any perks, tell me in the comments below. But oh my god, Tombstone. It only appeared on one map. Town. It only appeared on one map. Probably Transit, but that map sucks too. Listen. Hey, Tombstone is really not the worst. I mean, it really is the worst. Guy can't speak. I really need scripts for my videos. Anyway, Tombstone is the worst because when you go down, you have a chance to like kill yourself and respawn with like everything. It has a good like idea, but it was just bad because sometimes your teammates don't revive you and your like friend doesn't clutch it up, and that's a waste of perk slot. Like you could have speed cola or anything else there. Well, that's my perk tier list. Let me know if you disagree or agree in the comments below. And remember guys, always like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. I might do a Black Ops 4 tier list soon. See ya guys. Sorry about that guys, I forgot about trade and it's like the worst perk in my opinion because it's only on one map. I would rank it higher, but I just don't feel like restarting. So I hope you guys had a fun tier list I guess. Bye.